First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Akakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach us this truth through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. Peace and salutation to the Akiams, them out there pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. It is the brethren from Trinidad camp. We coming to with another lesson to feed the elect at the house of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. This lesson, we want to do, is concerning, that mischievous man, Esau, his wickedness, and he gonna get rewarded according to his own work. He gonna fall into his own pit, right? He was created to be the wicked, so he ain't not gonna do nothing but wickedness. There is no good in he, and he gonna pay fate. He gonna die, right?
Book of Micah chapter 2 verse 1 say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
Yeah, so the scripture says, woe unto him that devise iniquity and they work evil upon their bed. All these things, the agenda, the so-called white man, how we go, how to deal with the Negroes or how to deal with the Native American Indians. These things that, they plan out, what they're going to do. They think with us, the plan, and they say, let me go and sort out this, let me go and deal with this. So this is how the so-called white man does get on. This is how he does work. All the wickedness. All these disease, the chip, all these things was planned. They were planned to do. Right? And the scripture say, that they practice it because it was in the power of the hand, because, the will is given into the hands of the wicked. They had money, they had that wealth. Go ahead.
Say, because it is in the power of their hand, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
Yeah, so the so-called white man didn't went to trade to deal with a man justly. They say, I will give you 50,000 for this or 100,000 for that. He didn't went and deal justly like that. He went by what? Violence, by force, and he oppressed a man on his house. Right? Watch how we deal with the Native American Indians. You deal with them fierce and put them on the reservation. These people who you meet there, who was done owners of the land already, and you oppress them and the heritage. Right? And this is how the so-called white man does get done. So when you reading the attributes of the scriptures and reading this, who this comparing to? This comparing to Esau, Edom, these Caucasian people, because this is what they do. So this is where we know, hey, he is Esau, Edom, he's the devil according to the Bible. Right? You got Proverbs 24:1.
Book of Proverbs chapter 24 verse 1, it say, be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them.
Yeah, neither desire to be with them. Don't learn the ways. Try to keep far from these men. Right? Go ahead.
It say, for their heart studied destruction, and their lips talk of mischief.
Yeah, for the heart study destruction to do all sorts of wickedness. These were in the minds of these Edomites. These were in the mind of these white people, right? Nothing good in them. They're studying to do how to do some sort of wickedness, boy. How to poison Jake. How to kill Jakes. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 16, it say, Matthew chapter 7 verse 16, it say, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? It say, even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So it's showing you here, evil tree, right? A corrupt tree could only bring forth evil fruit. So a lot of our people truly believe that the so-called white man is not the same, you understand, the same man as he was in slavery. But what the scripture is saying here is that as long as you is a corrupt tree, you will only bring forth wickedness. All the so-called white man had the ability to do is wickedness, and he showed that. Not just, he destroyed Israel, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually. But look at the things Esau does to the land he has to live on. You understand? What he doing to the water, he himself have to drink, the food he have to eat, and the situation he had to live in.
And that, as the scripture say, you know, the evening's children gonna complain about ungodly father because you won't children you present too.
Yeah.
You know?
The other day, I was telling them about it. I see they was trying to do a surgery to give a man a womb, right? Because a man, you know the transgender, and he shift into a woman, right? So they believe. So yeah, he long here, he taking hormones, just you know like a woman and thing. But the final thing he wanted was a womb. So for he to produce children, and they actually take the time, you understand, to try their best. Obviously it didn't work, but they take their time to try and get this man a womb. That is what Esau is about.
Yeah.
Unnatural, you understand?
You know, they're speaking wickedness.
Yeah.
You know, the scripture say, he that is evil to himself, who shall he be good to? You know, this man polluting the air. You know, where he self had to breed with chemtrails. You know, the water, fluoride, the foods, he own people eating them poisonous food too. They just show, you know, he not fit to rule. Right? You know, you want to put a woman and man. That is wickedness. Right? If we could get Psalms 36:3.
Psalms chapter 36 verse 3, it say the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He had left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Yes, so he don't hate evil. He love it. He love evil. He love to shed blood. He love these things. And the scripture say blood gonna pursue him. Right? He gonna get rewarded according to he own trap he set. The own things that is what gonna happen to him. Right? So the words of his mouth are iniquity. What were you planning to say? Like we put a woman and a man. The Lord already created a male and female. He already created a woman with a womb. You want to put a woman and a man. That is wickedness, that abomination. That's why the scripture say, you know, the words of his mouth is iniquity, evil, wickedness.
The precept where they bring up before, you know, like it's like they had devised it to do evil 24/7. Never in history the so-called white man ever say, let me do something good or do something righteous. It's always evil. Everything they do is evil. You understand? Look how they're going in the Middle East, okay?
Good.
In the Middle East. They know they was not going for no weapons because they come out and admit that they infiltrate the lands for oil and for gold, you understand? And they just make it seem as if, hey, you know, they set up 9/11 to make it seem, yeah, boy, them really come in real land and do that. We gotta go at them now. You understand? Them is the villains trying to act like the heroes. Yeah.
And our scripture say, you know, if they do good, they do it unwillingly.
Yeah.
And at the end, well, they're gonna see the wickedness in it. Because he ain't doing it out of his heart, you know, out of his good heart to say, you know, yeah, doing this, you know, and I really mean what I'm doing here. No, it's for some kind of thing at the end you want to do. So you're not doing it willingly, and that which scripture say, yeah, right? He set it himself in a way that is not good. Right? He abhorred evil. Right? He left off to be wise and to do good. He left off that. You know, he deal treacherously. It's alright. Alright. Again, Proverbs 6:16.
The book of Proverbs chapter 6 verse 16. It said, these 6 things doth the Lord hate. Ye 7 an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Yeah. So he had, you know, he lying tongue and he hands, you know, to shed blood.
The Esau, yeah.
Yeah, that
Just
is
listen on the
Esau.
characteristics of the so-called white man.
Yeah, and these people, is still looking for a man with horns on his head, with a pitchfork under the earth, and seeing the devil right here. They be reading about the devil here, right? So he feet swift, right, to do mischief, to shed innocent blood. We doing if you could get Habakkuk 2 verse 12.
Book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Yeah, how America was built by bloodshed, and they established the city by wickedness, the democracy, the hypocrisy. They were established the city in, right? They forsakers are your Basham Yoshai. They go against the Heavenly Father. But the Lord say, the Lord set the laws to govern the land, to govern Israel, and you doing otherwise, to do your own thing. Right? If you could get
Quick precept.
go ahead.
The book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 25.
Daniel 7 verse 25.
I'll read start from verse 23, because it when you see beasts and you see 10 horns and right, the same heads and the 10 horns and thing, Christianity does make people believe that is really what it is. It's a beast with 7 head and it had 10 horns, and that is Satan, and the scriptures will show you. And as we always say, the scriptures has always outline and list out the characteristics of the so-called white man, which is the devil. And Job 9:24 say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. If the earth is being ruled by the wicked, all you have to simply do is look and see who ruling the earth today, and you will see the so-called white man on top. Right? Daniel 7 starts at 24. It's the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings, right, that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. So that what we basically talking about. Esau changing times and laws. Who is the one that did that? Is the so-called white man. Where the Mosai say he create man and woman, right? Who is the one that say no? A man, if he will be a woman, he could be a woman today, he could go back to being a man tomorrow. If you want to be a non-binary, right, you want to be 2 genders, 3, 4 genders in one, or you don't want to be a gender at all, you could do that. You're no longer biologically born a man or a woman. You could choose where you would like to be, right? Some parts in Canada, you're not allowed to give a sex to your baby. You have to wait till you reach a certain age. And if your daughter tell you that she is your son, then she is your son, and you can't say otherwise. Who do that? Is the so-called white man established laws like that, changing the times, changing the laws.
Okay.
Anything?
Yeah. Psalm 7 verse 13.
The book of Psalms chapter 7 verse 13. It say, he had also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Yeah, so the Messiah, he prepared the instrument of death. He already prepared that for Esau and 2/3 of Israel.
Yeah.
The wickedness of Israel too. So the Lord already, he prepared them instruments. And them instruments is what? The ICBMs, the bombs, his arrows. So the scripture says arrows are sharp and it shall not miss. So he take when and miss its target, It's gonna hit his target. Right? So by his own hands, or Esau create these things. So the spirit of the Lord put it in his mind to do that. So by the working of your own hands, that gonna persecute him, that gonna destroy him. These same missiles gonna destroy him. Continue.
Verse 14 it say, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and had conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood.
And that's why he brought forth falsehood. You know, what we people, the state and the mind are we people today? Right? The teaching about, Jesus teaching you about non-binary, all these things, that is falsehood. Right? Like, them is not the right way. Right? Go ahead.
Say he made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Yeah, so it had consequences. So by you deceiving the children of Israel and doing all sorts of wickedness, it had repercussion for that. You're going and get deal with all that. You make it, we drink the wine of fornication, all these things, you cause the righteous to go astray, all these things, you going and be dealt with, you're going and be judged for. So that's why scripture say, for his sins have reached unto heaven. You do so much, your cup overflowing right now of wickedness. It must reach the people, the children complaining. Children of Israel complaining. We carry praise unto the Heavenly Father. He's seeing.
Man, it's to show you that it's not like they're keeping the wickedness to themselves. They're pushing it mainly on Israel. Because, imagine in a country like Trinidad, even when I was younger, that whole LGBT thing, I didn't know about that when I was small, and rainbow you're gay or whatever. I didn't never know about them thing because it was taboo still. They could not be going around with that. But now, watch how much Jakes has be out there for the Pride March every year. They dedicate a whole month to the wickedness and the Pride March, and you imagine you could get locked up for calling one of them, a derogatory term, as they say. You could get locked up for that. You understand? You wanting a homosexual to be put to death is a righteous thing, but you will get locked up for that. That's what Esau doing. Just make a big switch on everything. You see they support abortion? You understand? The scripture say be fruitful and multiply, but Esau say nah. I gain your way out. You understand?
Yeah.
You could abort your children.
Esau, his iniquity, you bring all kind of pills to stop birth control and all them kind of thing. That is wickedness. You ain't give life, you want to stop life. And these women them for that, These women them cleaving with Esau, they love them capsules. They love them thing to kill your seed. Right?
You saw know what he doing too, but the more they take it, the more Israel he think he could stop Israel from
multiplying.
Yeah, but he can't stop that.
Because remember he not reproducing, because you ain't really sticking your thing in a woman, you sticking your thing in all form of manner of beast. Right? By legalizing bestiality, that it's okay for you to marry your pet, that you can marry your dog, and these things. So Esau not really reproducing, So he trying to stop the Jake from multiplying, but he know the scripture say the more he oppress them, the more they being oppressed, the more they multiply.
Even himself, like how you bring up that thing with the animals, even in certain states, you could marry their mother and you could marry your parents. I see some a father marry daughter. You can have they can have sexual relations because she passed 18, and that's what Esau is about.
Yeah, and that the wickedness he had be doing in slavery. That's where the term motherfucker come from, because he was, letting Jakes have sex with a mother, and breed a mother. There's the crime, there's the wickedness he had to pay. For all these wickedness he had to pay.
Some like sure plenty Jakes is born sickle cell and all different manner of diseases and deformities and things because of that, and ultimately is the most I bringing curses, but the Lord could use that to bring the curses now, but because that's a good point you bring out. You saw have Jake doing all manner of wickedness.
Yeah. And that's why we gotta separate ourselves from separate yourself from that wickedness, this wicked agenda you wanna push. You can precept here again, Psalms 28, verse 3. Start at verse 3 to 5.
Because Psalms chapter 28, verse 3, it say, draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts.
Yeah.
Give them according to their deeds, and according to their wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands, render to them their desert, because they regard not the works of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up.
Yes, so they regard not the works of the Lord. What we want to do? You want to change what the Lord set already. You ain't regarding the work of the Lord that He create both male and female. You want to say it okay, if a man to be with a man, a woman to be with a woman. A man could lie with beasts. When the law say if any man lie with beasts, he shall be put to death. If any man lie with mankind, they shall be put to death. So you regard not the work of the Lord, right?
Even like when women after they give birth, it are these women that just eat the placenta and shit like that, that is real carnal. And you ask them where they learn that from, that they are to eat the placenta. It's so-called white man. Tell all that that health eat and nutrients and that, but how you eat your own flesh? Knowing that we're not supposed to be eating human flesh.
And that is party, that is blood.
Yeah, it's blood.
You eating blood. Let's over this last precept again. Psalms 141, verse 10.
Psalm chapter 141, verse 10. That the wicked fall into their own.
Start at verse. Start at 9.
Verse 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape.
Yeah, let the wicked fall into their own trap. You setting all these things to kill Jakes, not knowing that is a trap for you. Right? You're gonna get caught into your own net, your own wickedness. Because and there's how the Lord is of balance. You're gonna get just punishment for Esau for his crimes. But to that we people, they look at it like, that thing happened in the past, that generation died out already, that new generation now, these white people them, they're not like that, they're more caring and loving, they're not like the foreparents. Not knowing they had the foreparents, right? Because they had them same spirits. They had them same spirits gonna come back. Right? Because scripture show shy talk about, all of them that pierce him and and deal him wrong, they shall see him. So how them gonna see him if them there 2,000 years ago? Right? To show you when you read Psalms 104, right? When your body die, go back to the earth and your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father. And the Lord says He's gonna renew back that spirit upon the earth again. So a spirit, they're going to come back in a different shell, in a different body to face what judgment. The scripture says none shall go unpunished unto the grave. So a lot of people feel that, when you're dead, that is the day you're done. You escape the judgment. No, you didn't escape the judgment. So don't feel that, death is the easy way out. No. It had the next death come in. You had to face judgment.
Then that why I talk about the second death and also in Revelation, because there are a lot of brothers that will be sacrificed for the truth's sake, but not because they get put to death mean that is a day for them. Even that why I say those that lose their life, they will find it. And those that find it, they will lose it. So the men that lose their life for the truth's sake, they will find what immortality. But you remember you people, you remainder you people that think, you maybe survive famine, or you survive this, or you survive that, or even not you die and you're free. No, your judgment. That know how the Most High does work. You will get judged. He will render every man according to their works.
Yeah.
Because he didn't even spare his own son. Solomon did not escape his judgment, right? Because the scripture say, he will be my son. If he sin, I will punish him with the stripes of men. Solomon did not get no punishment, no stripes of men. Solomon died peacefully. So what? He just forgotten the Most High lie? You understand? No, the Most High kept He promise. And when Solomon came back as Yahushai, he received the stripes of men. You understand that why Yahushai say what? Call no man perfect but the Father. And he say he became the high priest giving sacrifice for his own sins and for the sins of the people too.
Can.
You understand?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool, bro.
And with that, we like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. And to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well. Teach us the truth with the spirit and power, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And peace and salutation to the Akiams and Maudi, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Is the brethren from Trinidad camp, we say Shalom.
Shalom.